coffee table book was something we were really proud of that somebody made last year.
We were approached by an independent publisher who asked if they could write a book about Trollbeads, and we were of course very honored, and they made a beautiful book, Hammerstein and Erholm. And so when we talked about maybe making a coffee table book, but not a coffee table book, but like a movie, we contacted them and asked them if they would help us make a movie like that. And this is a movie that is meant to be shown at academies. It's too long to be in a store, so we have plans of, like I explained, cutting it into something that you can use in your stores.
It's a high resolution film, so it's a little bit heavy on the computer. We have two short versions to show to you, the 30-second and a 15-second, which is for commercials. So pieces have been taken out that can be used for TV commercials or other on the web, and there will be a 1-minute version as well, which is not ready yet. This was just finalized 2 or 3 days ago, so it's brand new. So you will see the two short versions, the shortest one, and then the 1 minute will come shortly. And that's the one that can be used for typically in-store use.
I think I can pick up inspiration everywhere. I can pick up inspiration from what excites me a lot, like nature and reality and life and simple. It's little details that I see or that excites me. The name is Trollbeads internationally and in Scandinavia. It's the original name, Trollbeads. It's a designer-based company where we work intensely to get a good design. And then we have people connected to us who are specialists in manufacturing. So I don't know exactly how many beads we make a year, but I know we have about 4,000, what you call 4,000 doors. So there's about 4,000 shops in the whole world that sell Trollbeads. I try to create something with a lot of depth. I think that is, to me, the challenge is in this little space to play with the magnifying nature of glass. The eyes love to play with the glass. The eyes love to study it. Every bead is made by hand. So even if the material, glass in itself, is not expensive, the time spent making one is long. I experiment a lot, and I try to put something into the glass that maybe sometimes you can't, and I hope it works. So working with the glass beads was magic. I have some ideas, I have some desires, I have something I would like to reach, and I experiment until I get there. I think it is part of the success that we are so many people inspiring the collection. And we try to keep the collection limited. So we retire beads from time to time. And I would like it ideally to have a collection no more than 400 beads. My father was educated jeweler before the war. He made the more traditional charms that you attach to a chain. I still think that it's very much his vision, and that was sort of born into us, and that we picked up on and developed from. It always looked very exciting what my dad was making, because my dad was not only making jewelry, he was making pottery, or he was making sculptures, and he was making all kinds of things. So I think that very inspired from the fact that what he did looked so much fun and so interesting, ignited the desire to follow in his footsteps. The Trollbeads family is a big family because it's a lot of people who make a lot of decisions and who inspire each other. We all have separate companies, but we work together and use each other's talents to the fullest. And that is one of the very big advantages of working with a family. You know exactly what you can expect, and the trust is enormous, and the energy to try to live up to each other's expectations is very big. Well, I think they say a family that play together stay together, and we definitely play together. Søren is the grandly skilled and talented sculptor of the family, who is very creative and who can bring one idea to something even more exciting. Søren's method is carving wax and finishing in metal. He usually has an idea, and he will get the things little in place in drawing first. He's carving and melting his design. And he's actually able to almost finish his design in wax. And then he hands it over to Jens, and Jens is casting this little model from wax into silver. And this is the way that the models are finished. Søren is a very active artist. His creation has no limits. Mette Søby is a lovely designer. She makes such beautiful and skilled and feminine, but still very strong design. Her beads are very popular, and she has very much captured the essence of Trollbeads, that it has to be something that is very Mette Søby, something where she really adds with her special signature design. She reaches out to people who are captivated by her design. They like her way of playing with the light. She's a very talented jewelry designer, and I've been working with her for more than 10 years. Trollbeads is a young man who has been trained to work with computers, and that is one of his main tools for creating his beads. So he go in on the computer, which is a new way, and way I have never worked, and he can sort of approach the whole bead view or the bead sense. So of course his bead look completely different. There is no discussion that it's the future to use that extra tool. But there's still a truth, and that is no matter how many tools you have of the best kind, if you are not a good artist, you can have all the tools in the world and you will still not be able to create something outstanding. So we're not in love with the tools in itself. It's the artists, it's their talents and sculptures that carries the designs all the time. we have customers who enjoy a wide variety of designs. You can collect by designer, you can collect by animals or by pattern beads. It has been very successful for the development of the collection to have many artists. In my life and in my country's history, trolls make a lot of sense, and we've never had to explain the name within our own country. Personally, I've always lived very close to forest and lakes, so that is where all the trolls live. Trolls are part of our nature, and it's something is regular, something was misplaced, and for sure it was something that moved it. In our culture, it's easy to understand, or it doesn't need any explanation, but I can promise you that if I had known what I know now, that I would be in so many foreign countries, I would have thought of another name. So I hope that you will all honor not to put anything on the website before it's official, the new collection. So if you put something on your telephones or cameras, then, you know, show it to each other, but let's try to keep it out of the web.
And we have the two short versions, and the third one you'll see shortly. So this is 25 seconds with 5 seconds at the end to put in the logo, store name, whatever local information you want to put at the tag. The music continues at the last 5 seconds. And the last one is a 10 seconds, so that's very short, with a 5 second tag as well. Maybe I should add about the project that we do. It's only part of the production that happens there. We have production all over the world. But right now, we're setting up a new charity project in India, and it's focused to a very special group of women in India that are caught in a traditional situation where they're married away and they can't stay with their husband because he's abusive and they need to flee to stay alive. And there are people who take care of housing women. These women cannot return to their original homes because they're not accepted back. So they're in a limbo and cannot go anywhere. So there are organizations taking care of those women, making sure that they're healed emotionally
is we provide them with some skill so that they can develop into a work situation where they can support themselves.
Those are beautiful films, just perfect representation of the grandeur of Trollbeads. When I see these amazing stories, you guys just feel more proud to wear them, and that you feel like every story has a bead, and the little souls in there, and what you're doing for Tibet and India and Africa, just goes kind of matches up. I was reading your mantra, your mission statement, if you will. You're known as a company with a soul. I think that's truly reflected in your business practice and the way, the quality of the beads and the way it extends into the community with the retailers. So I think I'm very proud to have these beads on today. We all are.
Thank you.
Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Lisa. So with that, we're going to take a short 15
plans for in public. You never know where we are in 10 or 20 years, but we have no plans. We enjoy it. We will we'll be staying as a family-owned company, and a lot of you, obviously, your family private-owned companies as well. We think that's a great match because again, we obviously you like to make money, we like to make money, but the driver is really something else, and whatever comes out of that, that's the results that we create together. And I think that leads to a very important part of going forward. That's the partnership. We don't regard you as customers. We regard you as partners in the business, and we need together to communicate the messages, the core values we talked about, the artist, the craftsman, the enterprise, and the values that's behind. We need to communicate that to the customers, and you need to help us do that because you are the one talking with the customers every day. And some of the same things we saw today, that's some of the tools that you can use during that. We need, as a group together, we need to raise the brand awareness of Trollbeads. We need to communicate the core values, and we need to make sure that we are visible. Because people generally know a lot about the bead and bracelet concept because it has been marketed so heavily by everybody over the last couple of years. So we just need to be visible and known to be the original artist craftsmanship company. Then there's a huge potential in front of us, and that's clear when you're in the room here today. So when are we going to meet again? No, maybe not. But before doing that, I think we should talk a little bit about beer and tacos.
Beer and tacos, yes.